If you're on the hunt for your next juicer, I'm about to save you $3,912 and 37 hours of research, because that's the time and money I spent testing the best cold press juicers from the best brands. I'll even let you in on some insider test data that you can't get anywhere else on the internet. Data that lets you compare how much juice they make, how fast you can clean them, and how fast you can put them together. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which juicer is perfect for you. Can you imagine if you didn't have to clean your juicer? You'd probably use it almost every day, because let's be honest, nobody likes to clean. Now, there isn't a juicer that can clean itself yet, but this comes pretty darn close. This is the Huram H400 with easy clean technology. And before I show you how the cleaning on this thing feels like a cheat code, you have to see this first. Old juicing tech makes you chop your fruits and vegetables into annoying bite-sized pieces, but not this. It has a massive hopper where you can toss in whole apples, entire celery stalks, even full oranges, close the lid, flick the switch, and you can go back to folding your laundry. The hopper lets you make about 2 to 3 cups of juice at one time, which means you can make a few batches of juice for the entire week. And they don't call it easy clean for nothing. The auger pulls apart into 2 pieces and you can just rinse it. Other juicers have stainless steel juicing screens that require scrubbing, but cleaning the Huram H400 is as simple as splashing water on the parts, and that's it. It literally takes 1 minute and 6 seconds to clean. No mess, no fuss, and you can easily make big batches of fresh juice. But the Huram H400 isn't perfect, as it does leave a bit more pulp in your juice, but that wasn't a deal breaker for me. To be honest, I've been using this one juicer even more. What's crazy is it's almost exactly the same as the Huram H400, and it even costs $100 less. But before we show you what it is, you won't want to miss out on this next juicer, as it's dominating a ton of people's wish lists. Okay, so this juicer has got everyone talking about it. They go heavy on influencer marketing, but don't let that fool you, because it definitely deserves a spot on this list. Can you guess which juicer I'm talking about? It's the Nama J2. The Nama J2 is like the Huram H400 in that it makes 2 to 3 cups of juice at one time with the hopper. So if you want to make big batches of juice, this also gets the job done. But before you whip out your credit card, let's take a peek behind the curtain and see what's going on with the J2. So the J2 has high yields, and it is the quietest machine on this list. The difference here is that it uses a stainless steel juicing screen instead of easy clean technology. So these stainless steel screens have been around forever and they've been perfected. They are harder to clean, but you get ultra low pulp with them. So I guess the trade-off here is that you can't afford to be as lazy when you're cleaning this thing. But what makes this juicer a standout has to be the catalog of primo add-ons and accessories. Want to make sorbets? There's an add-on for that. Want an even bigger hopper? There's an add-on for that too. Kind of like the app store of juicing. The juice bottles feel primo. The juicing cups come with built-in strainers in case you want even less pulp, and you can get a stainless steel citrus juicer that sits on top. It's about $150 cheaper than most premium cold press juicers, but this gives you room to customize your journey with add-ons that you actually want. But this next juicer feels like a secret weapon. I find myself using it a lot purely because of how convenient it is. It happens to be the smaller brother to the Huram H400, and what's crazy about it is it might just be a better deal and hardly anyone knows about it. This is the Huram H70, and it has the same easy clean technology as the Huram H400, but it's slightly more compact. Just like the H400, you get solid yields, but it still comes out with a bit more pulp than what you get with like a Nama J2. I use this thing for juice shots, sorbets, and batch juicing. It's $100 cheaper than the H400, but here's the catch. The hopper is smaller, so instead of being able to batch 2 to 3 cups like the H400, this one will only do about 2 cups maximum. The Huram H400 also has the pulp container attached to the machine, where the H70 doesn't, so you lose a little bit more counter space. These weren't deal breakers for me, but if you want to make bigger batches, then paying the extra $100 for the H400 might make sense. But if you don't give a damn about those, by all means, it's a steal. Next up is one of the most expensive juicers on this list, but just because it's more money, does that make it the most premium? Well, let's find out. The Kuvings Auto 10 claims to have the biggest hopper on the market at 100 ounces. Well, almost. The Nama J2 with its large hopper add-on actually beats it by about 5 ounces. Now, where the Auto 10 stands out is its power. This thing is an absolute beast. You can juice with it for 60 minutes straight without breaking a sweat. Put that in perspective, you could probably make about 120 cups of juice in 1 hour. Just keep in mind that this bigger, powerful motor comes with some trade-offs. At 16.5 pounds, it's one of the heaviest lightest machines on this list, especially if you compare it to the J2, which only weighs about 12 pounds. It's also one of the loudest, hitting 76 decibels while the other machines stay in the low 60 range. Since the J2 and the Auto 10 are the most similar, it's only fair that we compare them. Both of these use the same juicing tech, but the J2 runs even quieter and costs less, even when you add that large hopper. The Auto 10 is built like a tank. It hits the sweet spot between at-home use and commercial use, but I'm not so sold that people need to juice for 1 hour continuously. And cleanup is okay. It's definitely not as simple or fast as the Huram H70 or Huram H400. There's also an Auto 10 Plus that comes with a steel chopping blade, and the hopper expands to about 135 ounces, but it costs an extra 40 bucks. I like the Auto 10. It's a solid machine, but for most people, I think the J2 with its ecosystem of add-ons might be the smarter pick. But now I'd like to show you my personal data for these juicers that you won't be able to find anywhere else on the internet, because I've literally spent weeks testing them, cleaning them, and measuring the amount of juice they make like a mad scientist. Many of these juicers are neck and neck. The H400 stands out in terms of celery, while the Auto 10 is a beast when it comes to ginger. The J2 and the H70 tend to be the most well-rounded in terms of yield. The H70 was the fastest to clean of the 4 machines, but the J2 and the Auto 10 gives you the least amount of pulp. If you want to verify any of these tests, I welcome you to check out the channel and see for yourself. And if you're still on the fence about which juicer to buy, here are my 2 favorite juicers right now. If you're someone who wants lightning fast cleanup and doesn't mind a little bit more pulp, the H70 is a solid choice. Now, if you want ultra low pulp, possibly a bigger hopper at a solid price, the Nama J2 is a standout. And if you're ready to make a change towards a happier, healthier you, and you want to save some money on any of these machines, check the links in the description below. Right now, I've updated them with the best discounts on the internet, but make sure you do it fast so you don't miss out.